For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fibre website. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the What the FUT Ultimate Team Road to Glory. We qualified for FUT Champions during the week, so for the first time in ages actually, we're going through a full FUT Champions weekend here on the RTG account. In fact, it's actually going to be the very first time that I've played all 40 games on the RTG account. We made two new signings to this Serie A side. Daniele De Rossi coming in central midfield and Alexandro coming in at left back. A couple of upgrades before heading in to this weekend's weekend league. The Bundesliga team is unchanged as we head in, starting with a game against a nice team actually, a Bundesliga BPL hybrid with actually Musa Sissoko there in central midfield, which to be fair, he's very, very effective in that role. Of course, as always, do make sure you drop the video a like rating if you enjoy and subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further videos. I say it's a Bundesliga BPL hybrid, he actually has Alexandro there at left back, the Brazilian, but Jovetic fires us 1-0 in front after 18 minutes. Now, the previous two weekends, I've done FUT Champions on my main account and finished with 24 wins and 23 wins. I'd very much like this weekend to beat that if I possibly can. This is my Friday night games, a really fortunate second deflection there to send the ball past the goalkeeper into the back of the net. It trickled over the line and Stefan Jovetic gives us a 2-0 lead. Into the second half we go. Daniele De Rossi on his debut out wide to Juan Cuadrado, who actually tore things up for me on this right hand side on Friday. Brilliant play from him. I'm, again, very, very lucky with how the ball ended up in the back of the net. But Daniele De Rossi gets a goal on his debut, so we have to be happy with that, I suppose. And then Miralem Pjanic, who's not playing his debut, but has been moved to cam as we've altered the formation. I moved it, well, no, actually, we didn't alter the formation. I had Adair at cam. I moved Pjanic to cam, and then where Pjanic was in the central midfield is where Daniele De Rossi came in. Apologies. But as you can see, domination in the game. A 4-0 win from our first game of FUT Champions this week. Very, very pleased with the start that we've made. Hopefully we can keep that up. Heading into game number 2, full Premier League team this time around. The familiar and formidable centre-back pairing of Smalling and Bailly there. Sterling, or player of the month, Sterling in fact, Martial and Jamie Vardy, his chosen front line. Miralem Pjanic with a corner though in the 75th minute. It took me a while to break this guy down, but not going to shoot from 30 yards with Manolas with his 19 shooting. So I gave the ball out wide here to Dries Mertens, pulls it back. Jovetic buries it in the bottom corner. 1-0 after 75 minutes. Like I say, it took a while to break him down, but once the floodgates were opened, and goals started to come. He brought on Cuadrado for Martial, but it was my Cuadrado that was influential in working the move. Florenzi with a shot well saved, but it drops to Mo Salah, who came on off the bench to slot it home to make it 2-0. Unfortunately, gave away a last-minute penalty, which I nearly saved. Went the right way, but the keeper not able to keep it out. Christian Eriksen burying it. But even though that was scored in stoppage time, there was still plenty of opportunity for us to go down the other end, and Daniele De Rossi picks up 2-2 for his new club. 3 goals to 1 in front as we headed into the final few moments, and 3 goals to 1 is how the game was going to end. Still got the plus 1,000 coin boost on, and that moves us into bronze 2. Fantastic, the perfect start so far. 2 games played, 2 games victorious. Heading into game number 3. Better side this time around. Man of the match, Heung-min Son up top with his 90 pace. Eden Hazard on the left-hand side. One to watch, Mane, who will probably be getting an upgrade this week after a fantastic performance for Liverpool against Tottenham in his front 3. And then he had David Luiz alongside Chris Smalling and Thibaut Courtois at the back. Heung-min Son, though, gave him a 1-0 lead after 25 minutes. This was the Bundesliga team this time around. Played 2 games with the Serie A side, switched to the Bundesliga team. Unfortunately, another ball over the top for Heung-min Son to run onto. I'm not really too sure why the keeper's come out to kind of Superman punch that, but that's 2-0 and dab. 2-0 to him after a few moments in the first half, sorry, after 10 minutes in the second half. Just kind of summed up my luck so far in this game. Brilliant ball across, but unfortunately just wasn't able to deal with it. And then if the ball across was brilliant, so was that shot from Heung-min Son. A rasping effort from outside the box, and dab. That's 4-0, and we were actually able to pull one back, thankfully. I didn't end up completely embarrassed. Draxler with a lovely turn, actually, and a great finish into the bottom corner. Julian Draxler is superb for me at striker. With that finisher trait on, with his finishing improved, he's deadly in front of goal. as you can see from the stats, it was actually a pretty even game. I dominated possession, had more chances, but he was clinical with his efforts. A 4-1 victory for him, our first defeat. Now this game, wow. That team, wow. I wasn't necessarily prepared for what was going to happen in this game. If you follow me on Twitter, if you don't do, there's a link in the description down below where you should. But you may have seen me absolutely implode and also admit that this guy destroyed me. Branislav, what am I even talking about? Zlatan Ibrahimovic with a 1-0 lead after 10 minutes. Then that was swiftly made 2 by Gabriel Jesus. Great footwork from him. That was the 82 rated inform, of course. Not his one-to-watch that was upgraded. It was actually the inform card that came out after his one-to-watch went out of packs. Then Zlatan made it 3-0 before half-time. Then Zlatan made it 4-0 before half-time. Things not necessarily going according to plan here so far. Corner came in, and I don't quite know how that made it over the line, but as the third goal in the previous game was pretty ridiculous, so was the fifth in this. It went down as Gabriel Jesus's, and he was going to get himself a hat-trick by slotting that one away. That's 6-0, and there was still time. Scoop turn for a finish. 7-0 scoreline. So, yeah. That one was one where I just have to hold my hands up and say he was incredible at the game. I don't know who it was. I don't know whether it was a pro player or a YouTuber or just someone that's very, very good at the game. But I got destroyed. Well and truly. So 4 games played now. 2 wins, 2 defeats. Do not fret, we bounce back. Bailly and Smalling at the back again, although De Gea in goal this time. Second in form, actually, Seamus Coleman on the right-hand side. Formidable front 3 as well with Aguero, Willian and Alexis Sanchez. Alexis into Aguero here to give him 1-0 lead after 19 minutes. But this time around, I wasn't going to collapse under the weight of an incredible team. We bounced back. Pretty sharpish. Daniele De Rossi into Marek Hamsik across the Dries Mertens. Great footwork, turning side on his right. In off the post. 1-1 after half an hour. Thank you very much. Let's try and get in front for the very first time, shall we? Miralem Pjanic, lovely little back heel into Daniele De Rossi across to Jovetic. Nice turn. Bit of a heavy touch, but gets to the ball in time to open up the face of his body and slot it home to make it 2-1 before the break. Into the second half, we're going to extend our lead further. Jovetic, a little bit lucky with the turn, but a really nice finish into the bottom right-hand corner to make it 3-1 in the 72nd minute. And then in the 76th, Pjanic racing in behind. Just going to tidily finesse that into the bottom corner. That made it 4-1, and that brought across the first rage quit of the FUT Champions weekend. There were to be many more to come. That makes it 3 wins and 2 defeats from the opening 5 games. Disappointed to have lost the 2 games, but I probably deserved to lose both games. Although, to be fair, the 4-1 was pretty even, but that one, as you saw from the stats briefly there, was very much in my favour. Sweaty, well, not necessarily. Well, yeah, no, Sweat. All right, yeah, let's go Sweaty. Van Aanholt at left back, Musa and Remy up top with transferred Gabbiadini as centre forward, a Cam as a centre forward card, and then Bailly, Smalling, Butland in goal. So an expected kind of outlook to his team, and unfortunately, I don't know what I was doing defensively in the first 2 minutes. I can't remember whether I was distracted or what was going on. But we ended up going 1-0 down thanks to Ahmed Musa after 2 minutes. Took me ages to get back in the game. And Manolas, with his 19 shooting, managed to squeeze that underneath Jack Butland in the 66th minute to give us a 1-1 scoreline. And then not long after that, actually, we were able to get ourselves in front. Jovetic and Mertens linking up rather nicely before he put that right into the top corner. And I mean right into the top corner. Brilliant finish. And he quit then. I don't entirely know why. I mean, I had, again, dominated the game with a lot of possession and a lot of chances, but I'm not really too sure why he left. Like, 2-1 is not the scoreline you leave at, although I'd had 7 shots, he'd only had 2, and he'd had 38% possession, so maybe that's why he left. He was trying to hold on for the win or draw to take it to extra time and pens, and by the time I'd gone in front, he wasn't confident enough to bring it back round again. Interesting few players in here. Karim Benzema at centre mid, Martial and Ben Arfa up top, with Griezmann at cam. Why they were that way round, I'm not sure. But I don't know whether he changed formation in-game as well to alter that. I don't think he did, actually. Benzema gave him a 1-0 lead after half an hour or so with a really good finish from the edge of the box, thumping that one home. Maybe that's why Benzema was played a little bit deeper, because he has good, powerful long shots and he can make the right runs, as he did there, to make it 2-0 in the 65th minute. Do not fret, though. As we said, things got better. We were able to turn it around. Thiago battling with the man into Gonzalo Castro. Don't really know why I took the shot on in that situation, but I'm glad I did, because it flew into the back of the net in the 67th minute. And not long after that, we were going to make it 2-2. Goetze into Thiago, forward to Julian Draxler. Great turn and a brilliant finish from the young German yet again. 2-2 in the, was that 80th minute? Not entirely too sure, can't quite see. Into extra time we go. Lucas Piszczek out wide after the shot from Castro was closed down. Just going to go one way, then the other, then pull it back across. Who's there? You betcha. Julian Draxler into the back of the net. Makes it 3-2 in the 95th minute, and we were going to extend the lead. Thiago into Mo Salah, nice turn, past the defender, and on his left-hand side, slots it home. So after being 2-0 down with 25 minutes to go, we end up winning 4-2 after extra time. A great comeback. Very, very pleased with that. And I've been playing really good football all day on Friday. I was delighted with that. You can see the amount of shots he had, but a lot of them came in flurries with like a shot that was blocked, followed by a shot that was blocked, followed by a shot that was blocked at source. He was just kind of shooting from silly range, like 30, 35 yards, and I was getting blocks on them, or they were flying on target that were comfortable saves. So that moved us into bronze 1. That's 5 wins from our opening 7 games. It's probably the best start I've had to FUT Champions for a while, to be completely honest. But that was all I was able to get done on Friday. I did get the full 40 played though, so don't worry. Those games will be coming to you on Wednesday. You'll be seeing this on Monday. I think that's when I'll be able to get this episode edited and uploaded for. Making this on Saturday before I go and play the rest of the games. But I have enough time to be able to fit all 40 in, so I fully expect to be able to do so. And you'll see all the remaining highlights on Wednesday. But that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Let me know in the comment section down below how you got on this FUT Champions weekend. Fingers crossed I can get into gold. That would be nice. And for now, I'll see you next time.